Hey, I just got back from lunch. Did you finish that report yet?
Well, not exactly. Still working on it. I'm not finished just yet. I got a little sidetracked, but I will get them to you first thing this afternoon.
It is first thing this afternoon.
Well, yeah, I understand that, but I mean, I am working on
But
it. I'll have
what do you mean that the report isn't finished yet?
I'm still in the process of working on it. I've just been a little distracted.
Distracted. Our meeting starts in an hour.
I can have it.
No. What were you doing? Were you listening to another hunting podcast again? I swear, I give the staff in this office the freedom to do whatever they want to do as long as they meet a deadline. That is the first bullet underneath your job description. Pays attention to detail and deadlines. And deadlines. With emphasis. Dude, are you even listening to me right now?
Welcome to episode 53 of the Whitetail Distraction Podcast. My name's Austin, and join me in the Rack Shack because it's cold outside. Charles Headland, how you doing, buddy?
I'm cold.
Yeah, it's chilly.
Cold. It's cold out.
It feels like fall.
It is.
It feels like deer season.
It is.
Oh, no way.
It's definitely deer season, man. We are 2 weeks in now. It's exciting. There are deer moving. This is probably the best weather that I think I've ever seen in October in Pennsylvania in my life.
I'm with you, man.
I'm going to go out on a limb and just say that.
I'm with you, and you know what? Deer are hitting the ground.
They sure are hitting the ground. There are a lot of deer hitting the ground. In particular, mostly doe. I think I know a couple people that shot pretty nice bucks so far this year. I don't know. We might have to get into that at some point today.
Yeah, maybe.
But, it wasn't us. It wasn't us. I did shoot a doe, though. I'm on the board.
Attaboy.
WTP boys are on the board with a doe ball.
I missed a doe ball.
Big old mountain doe. Don't worry, buddy. I missed 3.
I had a deflection. I couldn't see a freaking twig in my peep sight. It was right at that dark light when you're just looked so clear. And
yeah.
It wasn't.
The one I missed recently, I shot my doe, and then this other one just hung out forever. And then she come through, and it was late, but I think the problem is when I drew back that I didn't reset my peep after shooting the first time, and it was twisted.
Mm-hmm.
So I couldn't see through it real clear. And I shoot 2 eyes open, so I'm like still trying to, just trust in the fact that it's there. What I think happened is my left eye must have taken over dominance because I couldn't see through with my right eye. So I thought I was aimed on her, and she was kind of quartering, and I just flat out whiffed. She was like 8 yards away. There's no reason where the pin was that I should have missed for any other reason. I mean, I just smoked one at like 12 yards, and then she came into like 8, and I totally whiffed on her.
You missed at 8 yards?
I think it was probably about 8 yards. Yeah,
It
like I said, there was a lot going on. I'm going to make as many excuses I want because I just shot a deer, so obviously it wasn't me.
You're just all fired up, that's all.
Yeah. No, It was like an hour in between. Plenty of time to calm down.
You were just still fired up.
Yeah, it was cool. There was a buck grunting back behind her all night long, like just kept grunting and working this edge of the slash, but it would not come out. And I grunted at him a little bit, trying to just, contact back and forth, basically whatever he did, I did. And this doe, must have thought I was a deer, and she come trotting right on. Literally, I think she licked my step strap as she went by. I mean, she just, brushed up against my steps, and I was set up perfect in between these pines up to camp. And
Beautiful.
I missed her.
It happened.
But
it is
okay.
It is.
I got one in the fridge.
I like it, man. High
Yeah.
five.
Yeah.
Oh, that was such a good one.
That was a good high five.
That was a real good high five. That was
So,
a lefty for me, too.
Dual lefty.
Dual lefty.
I don't even know who we are anymore.
I know. That's weird.
So, speaking of deer
of deer and dying and hitting the ground and all that fun stuff.
It's been a while since we've had a live guest in the studio with us today.
It has. It's been a lot of phone calls.
Man, it's just been a while.
Yeah.
I'm not feeling like we've been doing this as much as we need to be doing it. Timing issues. It's hunting season. I'm getting out there as much as I can. I hunted tonight, had a real nice little buck right underneath me. Really cool encounter. Someone else hunted tonight. He didn't do so well either. But that's okay. That's all right. He's not the reason we're here.
But
right?
But who is that? Who that? Who dare?
Okay, so we have a return guest, a return of a return guest. Mr. Ryan Tanner's here tonight.
I am.
What's up, buddy?
What's going on?
He's got his face paint on. He's
Ready to
all
rock and
first
roll.
lighted out.
I'm ready to rock and roll.
Dude's looking legit. He's got his Rocky boots on. I mean, he definitely looks like he was in the woods today.
Fresh out of the woods.
Yeah. You did see some deer, though.
Seen some deer. The wind changed.
Yeah.
Didn't work.
How's your season been going?
Honestly, pretty good. I mean, for the most part, every time we've been out, seen deer, and then,
Yeah, I do know.
you know,
You know.
you know.
So you've been doing a little filming, a little bit of hunting.
Yeah, a little bit of both.
Yeah.
A little bit of both.
Yeah,
Now
so-
I get to do a little bit more of the hunting side. So.
Yeah, it's your turn. You're up. So
Batter up.
So we have what I'm calling the 5-0 duo in here with us today.
What?
Yeah.
That is the best nickname
Yes.
ever.
That's what we got going on today.
Did you just do that now?
Yeah, I thought of it on the way
Yeah, I was
over.
gonna say, you
Not
were
gonna lie to
thinking
you.
about that one.
I did. So we got Ryan Tanner on one side of us and Danielle Moffatt, correct? That is how you pronounce your last name.
Mhm.
Okay. On the other side, and she is actually the reason we are here tonight.
Mhm.
Because she is a
That-
freaking
We're not getting there yet. Keep going.
stud.
Yeah. How has your season been going?
Good. I went out one day and then nothing happened except we had a couple doe underneath us. Except we didn't have doe tags for here. We got doe tags for the mountains,
Okay.
so we couldn't shoot anything that day. But second day we went out on Monday. That's when
That's when it all
the
went
magic
down.
the magic happened. Yeah, which
Let's not get into it yet. Let's warm you in.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let's introduce who you are, what you do, and where you're from. How's that? You can
Sounds
do
good.
that. Okay.
yeah. Well, I'm from Newcastle.
Pennsylvania.
What do you do? Come on.
I'm a police officer. I'm a sheriff's deputy over in Butler.
Sweet.
In law enforcement for 3 years now. Almost 3 years.
How long you been hunting?
I shot my first deer in 2014.
Okay.
Little half rack. I actually thought it was a doe when I first shot it. And then when we found her dead, she wasn't a she. It was a
She
he.
wasn't a she. it was
She
a he.
identified as a he.
Yeah,
Yes.
and then the following year in 2015, I shot another half rack. And I mean I don't get out all the time. I'm busy. I work a lot. I have a son. He's 5. So I'm busy doing other things and
Mm-hmm.
That's all right. I can dig that. How'd
Yeah.
you get into hunting? Did you have like a dad that hunted and got you into it? No?
Role model. Who got you started into hunting? Did you kind of just take it on yourself, or?
yeah, I don't know. I've always wanted to do it. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
it's something that always interested me. I like to shoot guns. I like to be outside in the wilderness. So
Yeah.
That's a good start, honestly.
Yeah.
I mean,
I mean, being from this area too, you know a lot of people that hunt, and
yeah,
it's kind of one of those things that if you really wanted to do it, the resources are there, and you know a lot of people that can do it to get you involved. But
Mhm.
it's kind of cool that you're a self-starter, though. You know, it's different probably than from a lot of our listeners that kind of had someone to teach them or hold their hands, or they started at a young age. You know, when you started at an older age
Yeah.
and kind of just jumped into it, and
yeah. My dad wasn't like an outdoorsy kind of guy.
yeah,
He didn't fish. He didn't hunt. He didn't do anything. My grandpa wasn't an outdoor person.
Right.
So.
It's kind of like the same story as me, huh?
yeah.
Coincidence or what?
coincidence? Little coinky dink.
I don't know. I mean, we're still not here for you, Ryan. Take a
I
back
know.
seat.
I know. Just saying.
But you're right. You're
Just
right.
saying.
You're absolutely right that you both started at a later age from a peak interest, from maybe an internal drive of
Yeah.
natural instinct, which hunting is kind of. It is our natural instinct to go hunt and kill and make food and that kind of thing. Back to the cavemen with sticks and pointy rocks.
Pointy rock.
We got a lot better equipment now.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, that's pretty cool. So you've been hunting since 2014, mostly rifle hunting, probably. I would imagine.
This is my first year. That actually.
With a bow.
Well, I think I did it a couple times last year, but I wasn't really trying. I don't think. I have so much going on, and I was like, I don't know. But this year, I was like, all right, I'm gonna actually, get out there and sit still and pay
Mhm.
attention and really get into it. Because I see he's been, going out with his buddies a lot, and it's something that he enjoys, and I like to do it too. So I just was like,
Your foot in the door, and
Yeah.
you kind of got a little taste of it last year. Kind of got a little
Mhm.
feel for what it was, and
yeah,
Well,
this
then-
year you can be a little bit more serious. I know we went and we shot together one time. You shot really well, which was awesome.
Mm-hmm.
you know.
Yeah, and then Ryan killed his buck last year.
Which
and-
was amazing, by the
yeah,
way.
Freaking
see, and
stud.
it was a great buck, and I think that was something that may have sparked a little bit more drive in you, maybe a little more.
I'm a very competitive person.
See, yeah,
I really
figured.
am. I really
Yeah.
am. And
Yeah.
I was extremely happy for him that day, obviously, like
Mhm.
anybody would be. But
But you were there that day.
I was there that day.
She was.
And I was not in a good mood that day. From the podcast that you guys did the last time, he had explained that I left my gun at home.
Mhm.
So I had to I was halfway there and I had to turn around and go back and get it. And I was just like, I don't even want to be here. And as I'm sitting in the tree stand, I see him walking to wherever he was going. And I'm like, well, no deer are coming to me because he's walking through the field there. And I hear, he shot him, and it was a good day. But after that happened, I was like, all right, I really gotta get my stuff together here because
Can't let him show me up.
No, not
Yeah.
that I didn't want him to show me up, but I mean, I haven't been on the board since 2015, which I mean, I got lucky with the first one. I had no idea that it was even a buck.
Mhm.
And then the second one, it just, I don't know. That was real. That happened. And it was a good day. But, since then I haven't had time to come out. I actually got away from it for like 2 or 3 years. I didn't really do anything. And then him and I started dating, and we started doing it a lot more. And this year I was like, all right, it's time to.
To go
So-
back on
Yeah.
last year, we had a pretty good archery season last year in the beginning. I mean, we had the field that I shot my buck in.
Mhm.
It was all standing corn, so it was kind of hard. So because we sat in a double stand in the corner of the cornfield and of this little wood patch 20 feet wide, and we saw buck
Mhm.
every time we went out. So I think that has something to do with the interest building. You know what I mean? You see antlers, it's legal and it looks legit, and your adrenaline rush kind of just fuels you to, you know what I mean? So
It doesn't take very long to realize how much greater of an experience
Yes.
archery hunting is than rifle hunting
yes,
or anything else.
I will never forget
Yeah.
this day that I'm going to explain here
Yeah.
soon,
Definitely.
which I hope happens because I'm really excited to talk about it now.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. So
it was
it's
much
crazy.
different.
Yeah.
Much different than rifle.
So what do you think? So you've had a little taste, and then now you're fully hooked, I would imagine, on archery hunting. But what do you see as what's best thing about archery hunting compared to sitting in a stand and rifle, or just shooting a deer with a gun?
My
What do you think?
honest answer is going to be that it's not as cold.
Yeah,
I hate being out in the cold.
that's
and
huge.
when I'm in rifle, whenever I'm out, when we went to mountains last year, I was freezing.
Mhm.
I just wanted to leave. I
she
wasn't.
was sleeping.
That was one day. That was one day.
I've
I did
slept
fall
plenty in
asleep.
the woods. Don't
Yeah.
you worry. I was just sleeping last
I mean,
weekend.
when you go to the mountains, you're having a good time. You're hanging out with
Yeah.
good company and drinking some.
Stay
some
up
brews,
late, up early. Yeah.
And I mean, when you wake up in the morning, you're excited. It's not. You don't really feel bad until you get to your spot, and then you're sitting there. It's cold and it's dark still. The first day, actually, last year, or was it year before? That I
2 years ago.
2 years ago,
Yeah.
I fell asleep when it was dark, and I woke up and it was bright as I'm
It was
oh,
noon.
jeez. Yeah, and it just wasn't good. But I've seen a lot more deer in archery just the last 2 days that I was hunting.
It's
than
a
I
whole
did
different world.
And any time that I went out hunting rifle season, since 2014.
Yeah. You know what it
So-
is for me? A lot of what really got me was you're seeing deer and their natural movements and their natural
I
habitat.
was just going to say
That's
that.
what I was going to say
at,
too.
at
Yeah.
close distances that you just don't get to experience in rifle
Yeah.
season. Like the buck tonight that I saw that literally I filmed walk up to my tree and then work around. It's just him feeding. I watched him feed in on grass. He's turned his head. He's chomping grass in, taking it in like spaghetti. That stuff to me is just super cool. That's the experience why I love it the most.
It was definitely. I think I might like archery
Yeah.
much better than going rifle.
Yeah.
That's what I was
Sure.
telling her. Archery season, you get to see how you're saying what they do
Mhm.
on a daily basis without any interruptions.
Yeah,
Rifle season's totally different story.
totally different.
People
They're
are
getting
pushing
pushed all
them,
over the
yeah.
place, and they're just they're basically running for their lives, and they're hiding.
Yeah.
Archery season, they're just doing what they do
And
every
there's
other day.
there's something about the fact that you're in their environment
Mhm.
and they don't know it.
It's
Right.
cat and mouse, man.
Yeah.
You're literally, you are stalking the prey from above or from the ground,
Right.
and they don't know it.
Right.
And that is like just so cool to me that you can just blend into their environment.
And you get it the best time of year that you could possibly get it
Yeah.
in, because you go from them just doing what they do on a daily basis into the rut.
Mhm.
And you see the stages that work into the rut,
Absolutely.
the rut,
Yeah.
and then the pre-rut. Now this year we're going to get a little bit more of everything
Mhm. Definitely.
as compared to last year, prior seasons where you're just catching like the tail end of everything. So
I still wish they would extend our season out a little longer.
I do too.
I agree.
Even a week would be great, you
Yeah.
know, because we
Yeah.
do miss probably the better parts of the rut.
this year we got to the middle of
Till
November,
16th,
so that
yeah.
that kind of like makes it just a little bit more better.
Not
but
that bad, right? Yeah, yeah.
a little
I
bit
agree.
longer. You see all these other states that start way sooner and end way after we do. So it's like,
Yeah, middle of September to end
Yeah.
of November.
right, right.
If you
Yeah.
get me started on that, I will just go in a big old rabbit hole.
Let's not
so-
go into that.
Yeah, because it's ridiculous anymore in Pennsylvania. But anyways,
Here's what I want to hear.
yes.
I want to hear this story
Okay.
so badly because I saw a little snippet of something and it got me so fired up. I was like, and so much fun.
So
But
Danielle shot a groundhog.
Danielle showed groundhog.
Is a big one.
It was a giant
It was a pretty big groundhog.
The thing was just huge. Booner groundhog.
Groundhog with antlers.
All right, so yes, take us into the day.
I want to hear everything. I want to hear from the time you got into the truck until the time you wrapped your hands around him. How cold was
Yeah,
it? What
or
was it?
before
I'm
that.
trying to channel like everything that happened like together,
Mm-hmm.
just because I mean it still doesn't seem real to me. Like I
feel
have
you.
the picture up down here because I'm looking at it, trying to like remember things, and like I'm like that guy's it's mine. Oh my god,
There's a
like,
lot of detail to this. I mean,
Yeah.
not much detail, but there's a lot of like
he'll be
different
able to like
things.
he can intervene and
Yeah,
say
if you
things
think that she
because
forgot a detail or something, throw it in there.
Yeah,
I definitely I didn't black out, but I tunnel vision.
Yeah.
Like from the second I saw him come out, it was just tunnel vision.
You went into frickin' the mode,
Yeah,
the zone.
like it
yeah.
was like my legs were. Okay, I'll get there. Okay, let's start from the beginning. So we went out with his buddy Lane and Dana out in an undisclosed area.
the
Yes.
corner,
Good girl.
Yes.
right where
Good girl.
New York and West Virginia meet,
Yes.
right on that line.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's where you were.
So we walked past the cornfield. We went down to like a clover field, and then in the middle was just like this natural brush. Like it was pretty tall and it was kind of thick. So we get down there and we're looking for a place to sit. It was either you wanted to sit somewhere first or I wanted to sit somewhere first. And I'm like, or somebody was like, no, this isn't good. We need to sit somewhere else. So we moved, which thankfully we moved to where we did move because I got the perfect, angle of everything that happened the whole night. So we sit down and, time starts going on. And I can be a little impatient sometimes. I have, a lot of energy and I like to be moving and doing something. So, once you're sitting out there for a while, it gets kind of like, okay, I got to see something, So finally we're sitting there and all of a sudden he says that he sees doe. And I'm like, what? Where? I couldn't see him at first. And finally I see him like, oh, like that's exciting to me. Like, I've never seen that. Like, even from hunting before, I'd never actually seen them come out and like do their thing. I think there was like 5 or 6 of them, maybe.
I think it was 4 or 5.
4 or 5, yeah. And then we're watching these doe, and they keep like looking at us, and I'm like, oh, like crap, we have to like not move. And it's like I've never hunted on the ground before for archery either, so I was like, I gotta be like extra still. Like
It's a lot
I
harder.
move around a lot
Yeah.
anyway, so I'm like, okay, I really want to do good this time, So we're sitting there, we're watching the doe, and then next thing I know, I see something on the tiniest part of my eye, something white, and I look over, and it's a buck. It's a little 6-point. I got so excited. I actually take that back. I took my safety off because I was going to shoot one of the doe. Like,
Yeah.
that's how excited I got. I'm like,
I think you can hear in the video.
I'm doing something.
Turn your safety on.
Yeah, he was
Turn
like, shut it off. And I'm
Turn
like,
it on. Turn your safety
Yeah,
back
well,
on. They're still far away.
I was like getting prepared. I was like really excited,
I don't blame
And
you.
little 6-point comes out, and I mean, he looked nice, and he's legal. I'm like, I'm gonna kill this deer. I have to kill this deer. He's gotta come to me. So we're sitting there for a little while longer. I really don't know the time frame. Like everything just kind of happened. It seems like it happened in like 10 minutes, maybe.
Yeah.
You know,
Hey, but, yeah.
but it was longer than that. We were sitting there, and he comes out, he starts, feeding whatever. He kind of starts going to the left of us, and we don't really have a view of him. And then out of nowhere, we hear this loud grunt. And then this big boy just comes barreling down, and the doe scatter, 6 point. At this point, I don't know where he went. I have no idea. I didn't see him the rest of the time that I was there. Ryan says that he was in the field, but I don't remember seeing him because I've never seen something so crazy before. He was huge. I was like, this is not happening right now. Like, if I mess this up, like, oh my God, I'm going to be so mad at myself. But we're watching them for a little bit. The doe ended up coming back out, and then you get it on the video. He gets upset again.
They're eating. So once he comes down and he chases, like, the grunt that he sounded off was like a long,
it was
steady, loud. Like, it almost was like he was screaming,
like a roar.
Yeah.
I didn't even know what it was.
You could.
Because I've never actually heard that before.
You?
I have never heard that before. I was like, what was that?
You could
and
tell.
And then I processed. I'm like, oh, that's a buck. Like, I never actually heard it though. You know.
You could tell that he was running because in his grunt it would go like from like, you could tell that, like, when he was stepping, and it was, he was like,
excited, like, he was,
dude, it was crazy. Yeah. So he ran down, and then they fed for a little while. They probably fed for like 3-4 minutes, maybe at the most, and then she can go on from there.
They went into the woods. The big boy chased all the doe and everything else back into the woods, and there was not a deer in the field. So I'm like, well, we're both just sitting there, I'm like, oh, no. I hear him, like, I'm like trying to, like, sight it in, like, just in case, like, if I get a quick shot or something. I hear him say, no. And I'm like, oh, they're gone. So then we're sitting there a little bit longer, and then he comes out to the left. I don't really know about how far he was. About 30 yards away from us to the left.
Well, the wood line was like 67-ish yards, give or take. And where she's getting to is he chased the doe back out into the field. And he went to the left of the brush that we were sitting in. It's long. It's probably about 60-70 yards long, probably only about 30 yards wide. But it chased the doe literally 30 yards through the brush that we were in, through the brush, and then he come back and let her do it.
Well, I remember looking to the left. Like I said, this is probably where I got the tunnel vision, and I was like I saw nothing but that 9 point. I looked to my left, and it looked like we made eye contact.
Yeah,
so I don't know if he made we made eye contact together, and I was like, what do I do? Like, I was like, oh God, like, and it played out perfectly because it seemed like he got spooked, but he ran towards us, and then he was probably about 30 yards away from us, and then he got spooked again, and then ran about how many yards in front of it? Well, he was about 20.
He ran. He wasn't running. It was more of just like one of them trots
he was trotting,
that you can see that they do. So, like, from where he started when he come back out he was just right in line with the brush that we were in. He was right on the edge of it. And to our left, how she was saying, there was just one little lane that you could see to the wood line. So, which actually was in favor for us, because if they were walking from behind us, because we couldn't see behind us because the brush was so high and how we were sitting, if something were to come down that hillside and walk the wood line, we'd be able to, maybe catch a glimpse of it and get, ready. Right. Because then we'd had the cover again to our left that would cover us up any movement we had to do. But he came to that point, and he was right in the line that we could see. And so how she was saying that he started to trot towards us, and he stopped again. And he was looking around, and then he started to come again. And he got to about 10 yards. And
what's a deer look like at 10 yards?
Honestly, like, if you watch the video and the footage over it, like, when I saw it through the scope, because I saw it through the scope, I wasn't looking around. Like, I was like, as soon as I saw him coming towards me, I was looking and ready to, like,
safety's
fire,
off again.
Yeah, it was
off since the doe came in the field, dude. She never put it back on.
I got excited, so
that's okay.
The video that you saw, I mean, you see how, like, kind of not fast that he was coming, but it didn't really look like he stopped. To me, it looked like he stopped for 10 seconds, and I literally took like 30 breaths, and then I pulled the trigger. And he had said 20 yards away, but I don't even think I heard that he said that. I'm pretty sure I just pulled the trigger. You know, I couldn't, he was right in, cause I cleared out, you know, the brush. So something was right there. I wasn't going to shoot a weed.
Yeah.
He stopped perfect and he was quartering away from us.
Yeah.
And,
not much, but enough to be a good, you know.
God, it's like so exciting stuff.
I can tell you're fired up
I
right
pulled
now.
the trigger and I remember because prior to this, all this excitement, he had told me, he's like, another thing I want you to know, if, you know, you shoot something, don't pull the bow away, follow through with the shot.
Don't pull your eye off the sight.
Yeah.
Keep looking down the scope until it's complete.
Yeah.
You know?
Which
a lot of people do.
And I didn't
True.
do that. And I remember I didn't do that because I actually watched him run away. And I was watching, it looked like there was a hole. There obviously was a hole in this deer, but you know, your mind's kind of playing tricks on you because you know, your adrenaline's running.
All the adrenaline in the world just dumping into you.
Yeah. So as soon as I pulled the trigger, I saw the hole and I like watched and he kind of took off and then it seems like it was slow motion, but yet it seems like it happened in like 30 seconds. Like it's weird. Like I can't really explain it. I've never been so like pumped for something like this before and I never expected it to happen. I honestly expected us to go sit down there and really not see anything. Maybe a doe.
Little did you know.
You know, and I just, it's crazy. Like, I killed that thing. It's just, it's nuts.
So after the shot, you want to take us through that?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I couldn't sit there. I kept telling Ryan, I'm like, we gotta go get him. We gotta get him. Can we at least go look and see if there's blood? And he's like, no, we gotta sit here. I'm like, we actually had to sit there for almost 2 hours.
Yeah.
Until like it got dark.
You shot, it was 6:09 when she shot. So at that point in time, it was the first Monday. I mean, you still got into 7 o'clock to where
like
you can.
7:15, 7:20.
Me, I'm like, no, we got to sit here. And then I was on the phone. I text Lane, told him, you know, I kept giving him updates, and he called me. He was like, all right, just sit there till dark, you know, hang out, and then whenever you come out, maybe go check for blood, and then get to the truck and then go pick them up because we dropped them off way up the road, so we were gonna go pick them up, bring them back, and then go do the recovery.
That's awesome.
Whew, man.
It was really hard to sit there.
Yeah,
and
it's not
because we heard a coyote. So in my mind, I'm thinking, oh my god, coyote's gonna come down and like I just kept thinking like the worst thing. I'm like, I would have just been really disappointed in myself if I didn't do that because I don't know why. I don't know.
When you shoot a deer, it's the hardest thing in the world to just sit there and make sure it's dead. You know, it's only going to be more dead.
I feel like
The longer you wait.
rifle season's a little different. I mean,
it is.
You're
you
using
shoot
a
the deer
rifle,
and you go over and you find the deer.
Yeah.
So I'm not
it's
used,
usually
I'm not
they're
used
dead
to
or
waiting.
they ran 10
and
yards.
I was like, oh, jeez.
You got to give them time to die. Just make sure that it's gonna happen. You know,
and a lot of times you make a perfect shot, they're dead within seconds.
Yeah.
Well,
you know, but
he was probably dead within.
He made it to the wood line and not much farther than that.
When you see the video and where I shot him, he ran to the wood line and then we literally found him 15 yards from
the wood
you
line.
pinwheeled him then.
Yeah, he lasted about 5 seconds.
Yeah.
He made it to the wood line and he was already probably falling down.
Yeah, he was dead on his feet.
He was dead on. Yeah, he was already
absolutely.
done. You know, they go into shot and lights are out. They just bull rush like
it's that death run, man.
Like the one I shot that ran into the fence. You know,
the clothesline buck,
the hot wire buck,
the hot wire buck. Yeah. Oh my god.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty cool. But
that is so exciting. So you guys went and picked up Lane.
Yep.
And Dana.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
After I was stressing out because I was like, what if I missed him? What if he's actually not dead? And I'm thinking we're going to be in the woods for hours trying to track him. Like,
Did you guys find your arrow before you went out?
We never. I still haven't found it.
We looked. I don't even think we found blood until about probably 15, 20 yards from where I thought I shot him. You know,
yeah,
we tried to line it up and like we were sitting there after she shot and like looking through the camera. So you'll see in the video once we post it. But Jens too saw how it goes into the brush and you don't actually see the impact.
Right.
But so I'm looking through the camera and I noticed that the brush was coming up into the lens and into the view. So I actually looked away from the camera and whenever she shot and saw the impact and the way that it just, I don't know if it was just the angle that we were sitting. It looked a little bit higher than what I was thinking it actually was. So I was like, oh shit. You know,
that happened. I mean, sometimes did you hear the pop?
Yes.
You heard the pop. That's
You
the
can
telltale
actually you
sign.
can hear it on the.
It's like
And
a hollow
it's
watermelon.
crazy
just
to
that.
me.
Oh,
It's
it's the
just-
best sound in the
Oh,
world.
I
it's
remember.
so good.
I can actually remember hearing it without the video. Like I remember pulling the trigger and hearing the strings go, and then the
just-
impact, and then that's when I was like really excited because I'm like for that first second I was like sorry.
You're okay.
I nailed him.
No, you're good.
I nailed
Clint
him.
Casper style.
And then he. Sorry. And then I heard him say, "You crushed it." And then I started second guessing because I'm like, "Did I? Oh my god,
Did I?
And then like I was just, oh my god,
Are you sure?
it was a really amazing experience, and I don't know if I'm ever gonna be able to beat it. And if I do, then Lord help me.
I love the excitement that's in this room right
And
now.
I'm like.
You will experience some awesome stuff if you go in the woods
I
long
cried
enough.
a little bit. I cried a little bit. I really did. As soon as we were
emotional,
sitting
man.
there, I was like, I can't believe that
That's-
just happened. Like, I don't know.
Her leg was bouncing 5 feet in the air, still attached to herself.
I get the crazy legs so bad.
like shaking, like
Literally,
Oh, yeah.
I'm
like this. It's doing it
stone
right now.
cold until the shot goes off, and then I just fall apart.
Yep.
Like,
I was getting some shaky legs on some dough this year. I ain't gonna lie to you, man.
the crazy legs, man. It
Yeah.
just happens. Like,
They start working their way.
If you
in,
lose that,
like-
then you shouldn't hunt.
That's the
you know what I
thing,
mean.
man,
When you,
that's-
I
it
mean,
doesn't matter.
that's got to be what it's all about because I've
That's it.
never like 2 deer that I shot prior, and I shot a doe last year.
Mhm.
nothing like that.
Felt nothing.
Nothing like
Well, I mean, your heart starts racing,
Yeah.
but
that. You get excited.
nothing like how it like they're just hanging out and chilling there, and then it's kind of like a movie. Like you get the climax, and oh my god, like it's just I don't.
That's
I just-
awesome.
I want to do it again.
Blood trail. Was it a good blood trail? Was it hard to follow? Were you guys getting nervous when you started finding blood? Or
Well, Dana actually, Lane's wife, she found the first spot of blood
Oh,
in
the
the
eagle
field.
eye.
In the field, and I mean, she said that's her thing. She's like,
She loves it.
I love tracking deer. It's so
Me
it's so
too.
awesome. And kudos to her because honestly, if it was just me,
We were totally looking in the wrong spot.
It would have taken me
Really?
a very long time, but
We went further.
Yeah, she found it. She's like, found blood. So then I just took off running towards her.
I was
just
praying
took
that
off
Lane was
running.
filming because, dude, she was in front of me and we were like walking towards the woods and I was behind her and Dana was to my left, probably like 15 yards. So like we were way.
you guys were out of the game at that point.
We were out because what the deer did is once he got hit, he was probably about 20 yards ish, give or take a yard or two, and he did a couple steps forward and then he looped around and ran back to where he ran the deer into. We were checking his loop around,
Yeah.
whereas she was checking the right spot
Yeah.
and found it. And actually, we went too deep for his loop. He didn't.
Yeah.
He didn't circle as far out as we thought. He actually just kind of took it and jetted to the woods.
Yeah.
The loop didn't. It wasn't as far as we thought.
Yeah.
So she found that way before what we were looking at, and she. It was like she was in a 100-yard meter sprint, dude. It was insane. She went. Dana goes, I found blood, and then I just see Danielle go. Through the woods. I was like, what?
Tunnel
What's
vision.
going
It's
on?
still like it was still happening because I wasn't sure if he was dead, and I was like, "Oh my god, okay, we found blood." Because I didn't find blood. Me and Ryan didn't find blood. I'm like, he's not dead. Like I hit him wrong.
I shot him in the antlers.
Shoot, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I knew that I didn't do that. I don't know. We start following. I'm like Inspector Gadget. I'm like all the way down at the ground, like trying to like pinpoint it. Dana and Lane are like, oh, here's one. They're like 10 yards away. And Dana's like, oh, let her find it. Let her find him. So I get in front, and then as soon as we get into the wood line, we go over. I think it was one little stump, and I shined the light over, and I see glowing eyes, and I saw a big body. And I was like, there he is! Like, oh my god! So I just like
She started running. We were like, wait.
We gotta get it on video. They had to get it on video, So
Come back.
Well, that, and it's just like,
I
what if he's still alive? Wait.
I
Granted,
I just wanted to like,
Just had to get your hands on them.
Yeah.
gosh, I still cannot believe that happened to me.
the
I
blood
can't
trail
believe
was
I'm
great,
sitting here
by
right
the way.
now.
Was it?
Yeah.
Heavy. It was heavy.
When
That's
you
awesome.
can follow a walking trail in like high grass or something
Yeah.
like that, you got a lot of blood.
Yeah.
Like
because
Freddy
that,
Krueger blood.
that
Yeah.
stuff's hard
Just-
to track in.
Just into the wood line, there's like the higher brush that's not cut.
all over it.
I mean, waist high from me is covered in blood. Man down.
Pimp down.
Oh, sorry, phone.
But yeah,
Anyways.
and then she goes into what she's doing, and she's free. We're like, no, don't wait.
Well, they wanted
Slow
us
down.
to
'Cause
do
we're-
like this little interview.
Yeah,
thing.
we had an
And
interview
I've
first,
never
and,
done the camera stuff. You know,
Yeah.
they do it all the time. Him, Booer, Lane, they all do it. So I'm nervous, and Ryan actually was doing all the talking, explaining like what happened, because I was just like, one, I'm like awkward sometimes. So I'm like, I don't know if I'm gonna sound right, you know.
That's all good.
And then two, I'm like, I want to go get him. You know,
It's
he's
right
right
there.
there.
Yeah.
Like,
Let's do this after
Oh
the
my
fact.
gosh.
Like, let
Yeah.
me go see him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
it was amazing.
The
It was-
filming part of it it's tough because there's a lot you have to capture and you have to create the story and you have to, you have to paint the picture.
Right.
You can't just cut into bits and pieces of what's going on. It just doesn't look right. So,
Yep.
Yeah.
and those guys, Lane and Dana, they know what they're doing and they're couple heck of people.
And I told
man.
them whenever
They-
we were there,
they
I said,
get it
I am
done.
coming with
Yeah.
you guys anytime I'm coming out. Like, I can't believe it. Like, it's
Yeah.
just,
Lane's a good person to learn from.
Yeah.
Like between
Yeah.
turkey hunting and deer hunting, bear hunting, even. I mean he's.
Yeah,
just
I mean, that's the
full
only
killer.
language that they speak. I swear.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
honestly.
that's it. And it's
And what's crazy is
kudos
that
to them. I mean, that's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
what's crazy is from how Lane speaks, Dana wasn't like she was an outdoors person, but like once they started, like she took off into like
Yep.
this superhuman like Lane. It's like, how do you
It's
know?
crazy.
I mean, Grant, I haven't been hunting that long, but I don't know half the stuff that I mean, I'm basically clueless. When I hunt with Lane, I feel like I'm done. Honestly, I think
Well,
yesterday.
that's how I feel when I hunt with Ryan.
Yeah.
I think
So-
yesterday.
It's experience.
It's
I'm
experience.
like all the way down. I'm like, I don't have that. Yeah, I didn't.
You'll get there,
You
Yeah.
and you'll follow right along. I mean,
Yeah.
you'll just fall right into suit with it, and you have to love it.
Mm-hmm. It's a
And
great
you
feeling.
obviously do not.
It's
I
an
know you
amazing
love it.
feeling.
I mean, you get so fired up about everything. I mean, just even catching a fish, you're like, ah,
Yeah, I
it's a
know.
good one.
It's a good one.
That's the best, man.
Yeah, that's why we do it. That's
So-
what it's all about.
You got your hands on this freaking thing. Just
I
this
did.
absolute.
I was petting him. I
toad.
was petting him. I was like, I was admiring him. I couldn't believe. I was just like, this is mine. Like in my mind. I mean, it's I'm sorry. I'm not.
That's
I'm
the
not good at
expression right there. I
explaining it right now, 'cause
understand,
it's
yeah.
like
You don't know how to put it into words.
too many
it's-
the
emotions.
details.
Yeah.
The details. I don't really know them because I really just wasn't paying attention to anything but that deer. Pretty much what the deer was doing, I know what the deer was doing. I don't know where he was, how many yards away he was. My eyes, from the moment he came down there, like I said, that 6 point disappeared. Ryan said he was in the field again. I didn't see him.
You
I did
thought
not
he
see him.
changed zip codes. He just left.
He was gone.
Yeah.
He up and moved, you know. And I just, it was just him and I was like, I'm not gonna kill that thing. I was like, that's not. And then it happened, and it's like I did that. Like, it's still like to this day. I'm like, my background on my phone is us two with the deer, and
Hell yeah.
I just can't believe that I'm the one that's holding the deer, and it's still like
It is
doesn't.
nice.
It
It'll
hasn't
stay
set
that
in.
The whole
way.
scenario.
It hasn't
Yeah.
set in.
I told her, I
it
said,
was perfect.
you'll appreciate this more later once you realize what happened
Yeah.
Yep.
Mhm.
and how it played out. Like the story doesn't do it justice because like I've only been hunting archery for I think this is my 4th year. I've never seen anything like what happened that day. Like nothing. Granted, in the rut, yeah, you might see that stuff, but for as early as it was and him chasing deer
Opening
around,
week, basically.
Yeah.
second day.
Second day.
The second day. And he's chasing and like screaming his head off. I'm like, what is going on? What is
It's
this?
crazy, man.
And just like the whole way through until the end, like how it played out.
Yeah.
Mind blowing.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a fun October hunt.
Dude,
I'll tell you what.
unbelievable.
Man. That's unbelievable. Literally, that's the best
Yeah.
word to describe it. It's unbelievable how.
Because they were 60.
played out.
I think I ranged him like when he was grazing, he was 63 yards away. And I kept asking her, where do you feel comfortable shooting him? Because I don't know if he's going to come into the 20, 30 yard mark. You might have to take a 50 yard shot, which with the crossbow, we dialed it in pretty good. And I was like, you might. And she said 50 would probably be her max. And
If I had to, I probably. I mean, the doe that was on the wood line, I turned the safety off, you know, and I probably,
Full
I would
send.
have.
112 yards.
And that's why whenever they disappeared the first time, I was like, I got mad at myself because I'm like, I should have taken that shot. Like, what if I don't see anything the rest of the night? Like, that was a shot not taken,
Yeah.
you know?
Yep.
But
And it
was the
happens for a
ethical,
reason,
right thing
you
to
know?
do.
Absolutely.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, you passed on an opportunity you weren't comfortable with. That's the ethical
Yeah.
choice.
Absolutely.
Now, imagine how mad you would have been if you'd taken that shot, missed,
Yeah.
Or
or
wounded.
wounded
Or just
that
hit
deer,
him.
never
Yeah.
found it.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'll tell you right now, that is.
I did that last year, and I you can ask her. I was like
Yeah. That
crushed
was,
for.
Oh, you're like sick to
Devastating.
your
and
stomach.
I think that
I'm
came
still
Everything.
sick to my stomach
Yeah.
about it, but I think I got him on trail cam. by
That's
the way.
decent. Decent.
I think, or no, not trail cam. I think I saw him. What's today?
I don't
Right.
know.
Friday.
Friday.
This past Saturday, I think I saw him because I seen a buck in the field. It was a 6-point now, which is weird to me. But he had a mark on his upper back,
Mm.
Interesting.
it,
Maybe.
like a bald spot. So I was like, "Oh my god, that might be him." But anyway, go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah. So, are you still getting out and hunting?
I think we went out twice
Yeah.
since then.
Mhm.
I work 8 to 4 every day, so I don't
That's
have,
tough.
I don't have time to work,
You know what's going to
or I
happen
don't have time
now.
to hunt in the morning.
Now that you don't have a tag in your pocket, you're going to see giants everywhere. It's how it works.
Let's hope, because Ryan would be
Get him on
just
one now.
racking them in.
He's been going out with Lane the
Oh.
last couple nights,
Yeah,
and
we're
they've
on him.
seen some. They've seen some pretty
We're
big
on him,
boys,
dude.
which I want him. And he needs to. I mean, someday we would like a house and just,
Yeah,
we just
but
want
what if he
racks
shoots
everywhere.
a bigger buck than you? That's not okay, right?
Winner.
Well, no, because then next year I'm gonna have to.
We're just gonna
We'll
have
have
to.
to
We're
ta-
just gonna
it's
upgrade
gonna-
every
yeah,
year.
it has
Every
to
year it has to
happen.
upgrade. That's all.
We're both very competitive, I think. So it's,
Yeah.
but we
Just
make it
fill in the
fun.
walls.
It's not. It's
Yeah.
we're very happy for each other.
Yeah.
So-
Absolutely. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to take this fire from killing this buck and use it for next year. Because I know going into next season, you're going to be so amped up. So use it ahead of time. Go out. Do
It's
your
gonna be a
scouting.
long off season.
Well, that's
It's
yeah,
going to be a
how
long
you
off
said,
season.
yep.
Do your
Yep.
scouting. Learn from this year.
Yeah.
Think about what went right this year. Think about the scenario. All that fun stuff. And try and use it and build on it each year over and over and over again. That's when you're going to get into...
Yeah, that's my weakness. I don't know the logistics of
Mhm.
hunting. I mean, I know to go out there, be quiet, wait for something, and pull the trigger. I don't go out and scout usually.
Well, that's like behind
I
the
don't-
house. I put up a camera,
Yeah.
and she would come back there with me.
He's
you
like,
know,
"Oh, there's this one.
there's
this
there's
we
this
named
and
one," and
this.
he was like,
yeah.
"Oh, here's Jason Bourne," and I'm like, "How do you know that that's him?"
Jason Bourne.
Yeah, she named.
I
Dude,
named him
it's
Jason
this-
Bourne. I named him Jason
It's
Bourne.
this little. He's a 12-point. He's so little, but he's trying to think of the word. But the middle of his main beam is just like super
Palmated.
palmated.
Yeah.
Yes, I was gonna say it wrong, so I'm glad I didn't.
That's okay.
But he's just this little basket 12 with all kinds of stuff going on, and it's just a cool rack.
That's awesome.
And she named him Jason Bourne, and I don't. We
Jesus
use it.
Christ, it's Jason
Jesus
Bourne.
Christ, it's Jason Bourne. Like, because we use that in some of our videos.
I think he
Brewer
was- I
throws
think
that
he
in there
was-
sometimes.
He
So I
was
think,
the first. He was the first buck that we saw on your
yeah,
camera.
he was the first one.
So when he sent it to me, I was like so excited. I'm like, "That's behind the house!" Like, oh my goodness! Like I've lived back here. I mean, I grew up in this house, and then as I got older, moved out, and then finally I was able to move back in. So I mean, I've never seen anything like that back there. So whenever
Yeah.
it was on the trail camera, I was like, "Jesus Christ, that's Jason Bourne."
you need to change your name because you can't kill Jason Bourne.
That's a good point. Yeah.
Well,
Can
Jason
you?
Bourne,
No, you
Jason
can't.
Bourne is still alive, so
He is still
maybe
around.
that's
Well,
the
yeah,
appropriate
he
name for him
doesn't
because
die.
He is one that needs to live like 3 more years.
yeah,
because
okay.
to see him,
yeah.
if none of these other moron PA rifle hunters go in there and trespass and do what they do and shoot him with a rifle, and as long as he sticks to where he's going, I think he's going to be good.
Good luck.
But we're in PA, so
Good
Go
luck.
on Amazon, spend $14 and get a 3,000 pack of postage signs,
yeah,
and
honestly.
every tree out there just
Yeah.
But that's
And then put a
see,
fence
the only,
up.
The only thing that stinks about that is there's posted property on each side,
that's okay.
and there's a nice 9-point back there too. But
There's
Giving
there's
away
quite
too
a,
much information.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay, Jason Bourne
Secret
would not be
spot.
happy with you.
Blackbriar.
He likes to fly
Yeah.
under the radar. So I
He's
mean, that's
not
cool
flying
though.
under any
You
radar.
got to think about it.
Well, we're
You got-
scouting now, so
Yep.
that's what I'm trying to. I've brought her into setting cameras and looking for heavy trails and rubs and scrapes. There's a scrape literally as soon as we walk into the path that we take to the stand now. There's a scrape and it's active. It was active a week ago.
The best thing you guys can
And-
do is grab someone like Lane or one of us, people that have been doing it for a long time. Say, hey man, let's go walk through the woods.
Yeah,
Just go walk through the woods.
you'll be
And-
amazed what you find.
Yeah,
especially with 6 pairs of eyes. You know what I
Right,
mean? Like
right.
I miss a lot, and she'll catch it. Or
But
or
ask
she'll miss it
questions.
and- right? Exactly.
You
Yep.
know,
Yep.
you got to ask the question, even if you think they're a dumb question, like, what the hell's a scrape?
I think that's
Or
where
what's a
I have a
rub?
weakness there too. Like I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't want to sound dumb. Like
No, nothing's a dumb
You know,
question
that's
when it
the
comes to
thing.
it's all a learning experience. Like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Yeah,
I will say
we're
that
all
this
willing to
this
help.
will be the first year that actually gets me actually into it.
That's awesome.
So-
That's what I like
Last
to
year
hear.
was just like a little boost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like here's what it's about.
That's the foot in the door.
Here's what you
Yeah.
do, and here's what you'll see.
Yeah.
And we saw, even though we were hunting over standing corn, like we had a 10-point literally run full blast at our stand and turn around on a dime and then just trot away.
Yeah.
And like that was
That
exciting.
was I was
Mhm.
like
yeah.
I was like, should I shot him like while he was in the air? Like
Yeah,
I was like,
right.
what should I do? You know?
Yeah.
That was intense that time.
Just
That's
that is
awesome.
the start. And now this year, shooting a buck that a lot of people won't ever see. You know what I mean?
Absolutely, man. No, that is an absolute stud of a buck.
Yeah.
The body on him, big.
Yeah.
When he chased the doe out of the field and into the woods, you could hear him for a good 3 minutes.
The pictures don't even.
It sounded like he was
Stuff.
knocking
From
trees
what
down.
we saw in the field. I mean, his chest was just like
He had a big knot
you
on
know,
his chest,
and-
like his
Yeah.
chest stuck
He
out.
was just being
his,
a big bully.
His belly was drooping. I mean, he's
Have you guys ever seen Open Season 2?
I've seen the first one.
Okay, well the second one, there's like you got to look it up. If you look at the big muscular buck that's in
Yeah.
that one, because the main character, he's like the
Yeah,
half
he's
he's like the little guy.
Yeah.
He's the first 6-point that we saw, and then the big muscular buck that was him.
That was
Like,
your
it
buck.
was-
I
yeah.
dig
Have you
it.
named
That's
your
what I-
buck? Are you going to name him
I
once
have
he's
not
mounted?
named him. I don't know. Is that a thing?
I
Should
named
do
my
that?
buck.
Yours is a cool story. Yours is a cool story though too.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. This part of the episode, we usually like to ask your favorite deer hunting story, and I think we just heard it.
I mean, yeah,
I think
that's.
we can do that.
Well, I'll tell you about the half rack stories if you'd like, because the first one's not really exciting because I actually thought it was a doe, so it was just
It's okay.
kind of like whatever. But the second one, I was sitting. It was rifle season, and I was at my grandparents' property, somewhere on the border there.
Wait, what?
Okay.
The Laurel Highlands?
The Laurel Highland. He has a shop out in Laurel
You
Highlands
can edit that out, right?
And the
I got you.
Shenandoah
Sorry.
River?
I knew this.
Of
I don't know.
Missouri?
I'm sorry. Yeah,
I'll cut it out. It's
no
okay.
specific locations.
yeah. I'm sorry.
I guess I could have
Yeah.
said something.
Yeah, I
it's
didn't
okay.
know.
It's okay.
I'm
You're
sorry.
okay.
I started going.
I'll cut it.
Go
You're
for it.
good.
Let's
Keep
go.
going.
Let's
Keep
go.
going.
No, you're fine.
Okay, so I was sitting there and I saw a couple doe from the other side of the valley. I was sitting behind I was leaning on this big tree. And in front of me it went down and then came back up and I see these 4 doe come down. They're just, hanging out and I'm like, oh, I got excited. I'm like, oh, there's gotta be a buck coming soon. At this point, I don't know anything about hunting. I'm just sitting here, And the doe disappear and nothing's happening. And then I was just like, I was getting ready to be like, all right, I'm done. I'm ready to be done. This was probably 9:00 in the morning. Probably only been there for about 2 hours maybe. And I was already ready to leave. And I see something move out of the corner of my eye. So I looked and there was no snow on the ground. For this rifle season, it was actually warm. It was probably 40 or 50 degrees.
I remember
It
that
wasn't-
one. It was
2015.
Yeah, it was really
It
warm
was
out.
warm.
Yeah.
So I was not upset about that part, but it was all right, I'm
But
bored.
meanwhile,
I'm ready-
everyone in
yeah,
our camp's
I
like,
wasn't,
this sucks. We want snow. We
Yeah.
want cold. We want to see
But
deer.
that's I'm not, I haven't been doing it
yeah.
long at all. That's my second time even going out. So see something move out of the corner of my eye and I see this big, this rack and I'm like, oh jeez. So I stand up because there was no way I could sit down and if my adrenaline was just going because I was freaking out. I'm like, oh my God. And I looked through my scope and I saw one really nice side and then the other side, it was kind of it was like that, but it had one more. It was I kind of like your
Just like
forearm
the
here
one
with
I
like
shot
three
last
little,
year. Yeah.
3 little ones on the other side. So it was like a half rack, but it broke off and it was grown back, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought to myself, because I shot a half rack the year before, I'm like, do I want to kill another half rack? Like I said,
Hell yeah.
I don't know. I'm not,
Yeah.
you know, I'm
Is
not.
it legal?
It was absolutely was legal.
Well.
That one was 100% legal. And it's on my Instagram page if you want to see it. It's actually pretty nice. If it had the other side, it would have been a really good deer.
Wait, what's your Instagram handle? At Dan E.
Yeah, there's like 3 eyes.
Right? Or 8?
Yeah, it's DANIIIELLE_08.
There it is.
There it is. Go on there. Check it out.
Watch what you say.
This guy's just like Rambo right now. He will find you.
And he will hurt you. He has a very specific set of skills.
Literally.
Literally.
Good luck. So anyway, sorry.
That's okay. He disappeared. He was behind a couple trees, and then finally he popped out, and the only thing I saw was the profile of him and then his chest. So I just squeezed the trigger, and he like stood there for a second. He like bobbed his head, and then he just walked away. And I was like, did I really just miss him? And he's just gone. Like, and he was probably, I would say he was probably like 30 or 40 yards away from me, just walking away. I'm like, and then I'm sitting there, and
That's when you just empty your gun.
Yeah, just shoot again.
I was with the guy that I was dating at the time, and he texted me. He was like, "Was that you that shot him?" And I said, "Yeah." And so I ended up meeting up with him, and then we waited for another probably 1.5 to 2 hours, and then we're like, all right, we're going to leave. So we walked out, and he was like, "Gosh, show me where you shot this thing, or you thought you shot this thing." So we walk over there, and I said, "Hey, he was right here, you know, it wasn't even that far. I don't know how I missed him." And he looks down, and he goes, "There's blood." And so I was like, "What? There's blood?" And so I'm like doing the Inspector Gadget thing again. I'm all the way to the ground. I'm like, you know, or no, Sherlock Holmes. I'm sorry, not Inspector Gadget.
It's okay.
So I was and he wasn't even far. He was probably like 20 yards away from where I shot him, and I was excited because I mean it was actually like legit.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome.
So
Another good story, man.
yeah.
Yeah.
But then after that, I kind of I got out of it for a little bit, and then met this.
Honestly,
And then the
man
5-0
there.
duo happened.
And then the 5-0 duo. I love that nickname,
I know,
man.
I love
That
it.
is perfect.
That's
I
a
love
good one.
That
I
might
like
be a
that.
Pound. I would have pounded on that one. That's a good one. I like it. Your
Got you,
hands are
brother.
so warm.
You're so
Why?
cool. Scentlock hoodie, baby.
Scent like hoodie.
Go ahead. Yeah. That's all right. Pee break.
So do I, actually.
So,
Go ahead.
yeah, go ahead.
No, I'm in.
Hello, friend.
Hello. Hello, darkness, my old friend.
Hello.
Okay, anyway.
Is it me you're looking for? I can see it in your eyes. I can see it in your smile.
That's really good.
That
like
was.
I like
Man,
that.
I jumped
We
in there
need
as
to
like a
record the
backup.
Whitetail Distraction Christmas album.
Wow.
Dude.
What about the Churdy Point Buck? We could sing that remix. It's a Churdy Point Buck.
I gotta cut this out because we can't give away our secret.
That's a good point. Can we do a calendar?
Oh, wow.
Speedos! Wearing nothing but a tree stand.
Just me in a saddle. Sup?
What's up?
Camera
What's up, dude? Oh, man.
I get dibs on June.
Okay, so at this point, we're going to announce the winners of the VIP Veteran Innovative Products Broadhead giveaway.
And the winners of the 2 packs, so 1 pack each, of the Veteran Broadhead. The first winner, we did a random number generator to pick each person's number, and then I did it again to pick which number won. So number 7, which mind you, is this man's softball number.
Oh, snap.
MJ Vitoski.
MJ Vitoski. What's up, bro?
So, yeah, MJ won it, man. He won the first pack. And the second number to win was actually number 6, which is randomly way down my list here. And that's Alex Plew, I believe is the last name, from Alex_Outdoors.
That is Awesome. So hit us up on
Congratulations.
Instagram or Facebook, or send us an email at the Whitetail Distraction Podcast. Send us your information. We'll get them shipped right out to you.
Yep. I have MJ's. I can just text him.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Alex, get a hold of me, man. Get a hold of us, and we will send these broadheads out to you guys, along with your practice point tip as well.
I should have won.
And you guys, you were in the entry. Right there, Ryan Tanner, number 16. Did not
That's
win.
why. Wrong number.
Wrong number.
Should have been number 6.
Should have been number 6.
I was close.
I put that damn 1 on there. I'm sorry. So thank you for everyone that entered. We did have about 20 entries, which is pretty cool. I just went through Facebook and Instagram entries. A couple people had more than one because they tagged some guys, and unfortunately they still... Actually, MJ was one of the ones that had more than one. So
Awesome.
He won on his first entry, not his second one. But, there's a lot of participation, and we really appreciate that from you guys. So congratulations to the 2 winners. Hopefully we can do more giveaways in the future
Absolutely.
and continue to give you guys some stuff, get you involved.
Absolutely, man.
If
I'm looking at
Tanner
him.
doesn't take these home.
Listen, I know that I'm faster than you, so
I ain't even going to try, so...
I'm just kidding. No, but I will say that these. I'm looking at them right now. These they're legit.
Yeah.
They are legit. If
Real
you want
deal.
one, I'll give you one.
I've seen one in action. I almost put one on my
Maybe.
bow today.
I have them on my bow, man. You got to be shooting some stuff.
I got issues right now. I
I
have
know
to
you
fix.
do. You got to work through them. I haven't even cut my new arrows. I got new arrows.
Can I
I
say it
got new
online?
inserts. I got new freaking knocks. I got
Online
new
on air.
everything, and I haven't set them up yet.
Can I say it on air how much I appreciate, because I don't think I got in this story, how much I appreciate the customer service at Gold Tip. Gold Tip arrows and their customer service is far none the best I've ever seen and experienced. So I bought some of the Pierce, the Platinum Pierce micro diameter arrows, and unfortunately I had a couple bad breaks with them, and I reached out to them and they replaced the arrow the first time, and then I missed that doe up the mountains I told you about, and when I went to pull my arrow out of the ground, it was broken. Never found my broadhead. It was buried down in the ground somewhere.
Bummer.
Never found the edge of my arrow. So I reached back out to them again, and I was like, hey, to be honest with you guys, I don't know if, maybe I just got a bad batch, but, from what I understood from who sold these arrows to me, they were supposed to be more durable, better, and I was shooting phenomenal with these arrows going into the season, and then I just wasn't able to shoot anymore and whatever. But I was shooting phenomenal with them. They were great. But they broke again, and I reached out to them, and, I haven't heard anything back from them, and I was like, man, it kind of stinks. I'm stuck with these things, and, I'm not confident in them, although I did send one right through a deer and just crushed it. And it did went right through her. But, so I got a phone call when I was in Colorado from Cody from Gold Tip, and he asked me to call him back. I called him back when I was at the airport yesterday. And I talked to him, and he went through everything with me, man. I mean, everything, the whole 9 yards. And at the end of it all, he sent me out new arrows. He's going to replace and send out whole new arrows. He literally sat there with me talking on the phone for about a half an hour. And we figured out, maybe these aren't the best arrows for your area and what you're doing and what you need, and suggested different arrows, and he sent them out to me.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, shout out to Gold Tip for doing
Gold
that.
Tip's awesome, man. And they do make phenomenal arrows. And I would say that their micro diameter is probably one of the top class micro diameter arrows out there. It's just what it was hyped up to me wasn't honesty. I think it was someone trying to push an expensive arrow on me.
Yeah.
And it wasn't something that I'm any further really interested in at this time. So
Hey, that's okay, man.
I'm going to be shooting the Velocity Pros, and they're a much, much more durable, good arrow. So
I was actually looking at those, and I shoot Gold Tip right now currently. My new ones aren't Gold Tip, but we'll see what happens with them.
super excited, but
Yeah.
I'm also bummed because I just sold all of my Gold Tip Nocturnals.
It happens.
I bought those for so cheap, and I just sell them all.
It happens, man.
I still have a pack. We're good.
There you go.
We're good to go.
I might have some you can have.
So
We'll see.
anyways, that's still a spotlight there for a minute.
But we're getting closer to time here, guys. I mean, is there anything that we didn't touch on that you guys want to talk about?
Just
Superstar?
I think reflecting on the hunt, the main hunt story.
I like reflections.
I think in my perspective, in my opinion, that was the best hunt I was ever on, ever so far in the archery world. I would take that hunt over my first buck last year. Any
Just
day of
a
the
better
week.
hunt all around.
I mean, it wasn't. I don't even know. Yeah, it was the hunt. The hunt was
overall experience.
The hunt was better, but I mean, I was with her. It was her first archery buck, and when you see the video, her reaction makes everything like.
Yeah.
Apparently, I didn't see the good reaction, but the one I did see was awesome.
No,
I mean, that was just like the first bit, but like I would literally redo that hunt 1,000 times over.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Just because of like what it was. I mean,
this
and,
goes,
and I was proud.
Yeah, for sure.
Not just because she shot it, but it's just like I don't know. It was just like I ran through I think the same amount of motion that she did, and I was just sitting behind a camera, just sitting there hanging out. You know?
Yeah, but watching someone accomplish something that means so much to them, and you know the emotions they're running through, you definitely take a part in that.
Yeah,
you know, I remember
absolutely.
I remember when Austin shot his doe out the one farm property we have.
Oh yeah,
and I watched it all go down. You know, and I actually text him, "Hey, doe coming," and these deer coming up to him, and you know he shoots, and the thing just buries into the dirt, and I was so fired up.
Yeah,
like my
so
phone almost
up.
died from the amount of texts that were coming through. Like, I just watched. Let's go.
But this goes to show when they say, you know, take it all in, take it back, and enjoy that moment, because like you said, it happens so fast you forget the details.
Yeah.
Where you need to really work on, and it'll come with experience. Taking a step back, taking it slow, and really appreciating the moment. Spend the time out. What's good is you guys spent the time out there. You took the pictures. I'm sure you hung out afterwards in the garage for who knows how long, and just you know told the stories and lived the moment. But just really appreciating that moment.
It was.
No words can describe it.
Honestly, there isn't.
It was
any.
one of the better moments in my life.
Yeah,
that's
sure.
awesome.
See, that's awesome.
I mean,
Well, you experienced something that like, and here's something that she said. She goes, "I can't believe I just killed that animal."
Mm-hmm.
Like it's still like after it was all said and done and everything was done. She goes, "I can't believe I actually did that. Like that, I killed that animal."
Mm-hmm.
You watch on a video, it's alive, and then all of a sudden, that's yours. You claim that. That's your harvest. And like that has a lot of meaning behind it.
Mm-hmm.
If you think about it, like you killed that animal for not just a sport, but for so much more.
Yeah.
It goes beyond the sport aspect of it.
One of the things I picked up is she said, you know, how she just sat beside and was petting it, and you know, just
we have a picture
pure
of it.
Appreciation
Yeah.
for the animal, pure respect for the animal's life that you just took.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's what people from outside of hunting don't understand. They don't get that. They don't ever feel that moment.
They
Could
see
you imagine
killing something, and it's like.
But
That's
can you imagine your
you get
life?
really sensitive about it, but it's. I mean, I'm
without
tearing
that
up
feeling?
right now just listening to you guys talk about it. Like it's.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. Like it's.
But
you're
imagine
not, when you're doing it, you're not thinking about shooting a living being,
right?
And I can't really describe like what you're.
You don't think about
it
taking a life.
That's why it's called. That's when you say you harvest a deer. You don't kill a deer. And I told Ryan this whenever it happened. Like you're not killing that deer. You're harvesting that deer. We're eating it for one. And it's in a respectable way. It's not, you know, out of violence or
yeah. I mean, I've seen
like
it
that.
both ways, and I've heard it both ways. A lot of people say, you're killing. You are killing. You're taking the life. Yes, you are. But you are also, in my mind, I know that the harvest word can go either way, but in my mind, you are harvesting that animal for everything about the animal, the meat, you know, and everything, the respect that goes into the animal. That's everything that you take from that hunt. It's not just about going out and killing it.
Yeah.
And if it was that, then you would cut the head off it and you would leave.
be done. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know, and there would be no emotion. But
it's not the excitement of killing.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's
not. Everything that goes with it, the experience. Like we sat there for 2 hours almost
you're
prior
in their world.
to
You're
even
in their
seeing
world.
them.
Like it's not our world. We're in their world, and you're seeing how they are living, and like you kind of, I don't know, it's like you you're one with them.
Yeah.
Yeah, honestly. Yeah.
Sharing it with good people, that's an experience in itself.
Yeah.
The best
To
person.
be able to I like that. That was cute. I like that.
Yeah,
That was cute.
it was.
But yeah, I mean, honestly, like I said, I would redo that hunt 1,000 times over.
see, I couldn't live life without that feeling. That's
No.
my.
And this is what
That's
we
my-
wait for.
my
every
feeling.
year.
I've never been that
You know?
excited. The 2 buck that I killed before, and then the doe that I got last year. Your adrenaline's going, but I cried. Like I teared up. Like not like sobbed, but like I teared up, and like
It's a whole
It's
different
crazy.
ball game. And
I couldn't
Like, yeah,
imagine life without
one
it.
thing, shooting a deer with a rifle, yes, your adrenaline's going to be going, but when you're literally almost face to face with these animals in archery
Yeah.
season, and like you can hear them
he
breathing.
looked at me. He
You know what I
literally
mean?
looked at me.
And
I
like
literally-
We made eye
you
contact.
actually share like a
Yeah.
moment with
Feel
that
it.
deer, whether or not
Yeah.
it's 60 yards away or 5 feet away.
Yeah.
You share like that moment, and it's weird to say that, but there's that feeling that you get before shooting and even after.
You're in
It's
the
like-
same world as them at that
Yeah.
point.
Exactly.
I
You're
agree.
watching them eat acorns. You're listening to them crunch the acorns.
Yes.
You know, everything.
We need to appreciate Lane and Dana, by the way, because they were extremely supportive when it happened. Like
Yeah.
they were just as excited as if one of them killed it,
Yes.
and that meant a lot to me.
Yeah.
Instead of them just kind of like, all right, let's hurry up and get this thing out of here. Like they appreciated
Yeah.
it, and
We took the time,
made it,
made sure.
it made it much more sentimental, and
Yeah.
having them there, and it was their property that they are allowed to hunt, and
Yeah.
they let us come there.
Yeah.
They didn't
Mhm.
have to, but they did, and I mean, I did that with them, and they deserve a lot of credit for that as
Absolutely.
well.
Lane and
So,
Dana are definitely 2 amazing people.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I agree.
Whole-
100%.
Like, absolutely. Biggest hearts in the world. They'll do anything for anybody.
Yeah.
I mean, they really are.
Me and Lane the past 2 days have been, our arms are probably short from hitting each other. But, oh, there's that buck. Oh, there he is. There he is. There he is. Hitting each other. Oh, get down. Shut up. Shh, shh, shh. And like the last 2 days, not to take away from what's going on right now, but like the last 2 days have been, whoo.
Yeah, man. I'm stoked
Sick.
for her story, but I can't wait to hear yours, man.
Oh.
Oh,
I hope we got to get on them soon before they start running.
It's
it's
gonna get funny in the next couple weeks.
It's getting sketchy. Me and him have been talking. Like
You
we gotta
out in the
go. We
morning?
gotta go. And
Yeah.
that's another thing that I love about her is she's so supportive. Yes, she might be home for a couple hours by herself. She might get a little irritated every once in a while, but she supports it because she knows that's what I love to do.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And that means the world to me.
Well, now
You
she
know.
can appreciate it from a whole nother level.
Well, now
too.
she's got a buck on.
It's a little
gonna
bit
be in the
easier.
wall.
It's a little bit easier now because I'm
Yeah.
like, I don't really
Yeah.
have to.
Easier to swallow. I know what you're doing.
And
I got
granted,
you.
I love when me and her hunt together, even if it's just behind the house, whatever it is. Just being out there together is awesome.
Yeah,
That is
I really
awesome.
don't mind it either. I'm not a morning person. Getting up in the mornings, I think we both kind of have a problem with that. I mean, we work a lot. He does doubles a lot.
Your hours are very precious when you
So
do get them.
when it's time to get up in the morning, sometimes we're like, let's just go in the afternoon. And we will go in the afternoon, and it takes me a minute to kind of get saddled up and ready to go because I'm like, oh, the couch is so comfortable, But then as soon as I get up and I actually start like getting like ready, like getting clothes on and
Getting game time.
going
Yeah.
out there, and I see him, and I'm like, all right,
I'm running
gotta
around like
happen, and then-
I'm running around like an animal.
Yeah,
I'm like,
it's-
oh, we got this. Come on. We gotta go. And then I honestly, I think Lane's brushing off on me because
He's
is
bad.
freaking
Dude,
high wire, dude.
It's a whole new level, dude.
Woo!
you talk about like turkey hunting and stuff.
We saw
I
a
can't
doe tonight.
imagine
Before
him.
we saw a doe, we saw a body of a deer. I won't say it was a doe yet, but once the lights actually got, he was freaking, dude, stop! There's deer, and it ended up being a doe. Oh, it's just a doe. And then
I
we'll
mean,
let go on.
I heard him whenever I think it was it last night that he called you about, or no, it was the night before.
Oh,
The
yeah.
big one that he saw.
big
Like
one.
I think we were in a car,
Yeah.
and he was just, I don't forget where we were going,
Yeah.
but I hear Lane just screaming.
Dude, I thought he got in a wreck. I'm like,
my
oh my God, dude, where are you at? What are you doing? Are you okay? And he's like, dude, the deer. Screaming. I'm like, what are you
It's
doing?
like Ron Burgundy. I'm in a glass case of emotion.
Yeah, honestly. The emotion that kid has for this whole ordeal. Of
Rod,
hunting
slow
and-
down. We can't understand you.
Yeah.
It makes me want to be like that because I see how much fun that they both have together.
Pure
and they
passion.
have a great marriage, and it's like,
Pure
I mean,
passion.
their daughter is in the woods already.
Oh,
You know?
Yeah.
I
and
saw that the
that's
other night. I was
that
like,
is inspirational. I mean,
She
saw
could have shot her
Wayne the
first
other
buck
night.
already.
Yeah.
Literally.
yeah.
If she
She's
could
seen
pull the
more
bow
deer
back,
than
she
I
would have
have
shot
this
one.
season
Let's
already.
get her a junior tag, huh?
Yeah,
It's
right?
crazy. Like,
What is she? Couple months? What is it?
Not even. I don't even
September.
think she's a couple
month and a half old,
Yeah.
probably.
Yeah.
and she's been in front of more deer than I have this whole season. I
Yeah.
guarantee it.
Yeah,
And
honestly.
my whole life.
Yeah. Yeah.
He sent that picture the other night, and I was like, dude, you're literally like the coolest freaking dude in the world.
They're-
Like,
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
He's
they're
sitting there in the blind,
something
like,
else. It's nuts.
just
Yeah.
chilling with
She didn't make
baby.
a peep either. She said
That's
they
because
said there was
she's
one
Lane's
time she
child.
started
Yeah.
like making a couple of noises, and they thought she was gonna start to cry.
It runs in their blood. All three of them. I
Literally.
mean, that
Yeah,
whole family that they're gonna have someday is just gonna be.
She's gonna be a slayer.
They're,
Yo.
yeah. It's
It's gonna be like Jim Shockey.
yeah.
Times
Honestly,
Yeah.
honestly,
Yeah.
Oh
Heck
man,
yeah.
crazy.
Well, good stuff, kids. Good stuff.
Absolutely.
I'm glad we got this done. I'm sorry that I had to cancel on you guys last week and go kill a deer. That's on me.
This freaking guy.
You know, I couldn't leave Sam hanging. We had to go up to camp. Well, we both shot doe, so
well,
It's alright.
I don't regret it. I'm
No,
sorry. I
I
don't
wouldn't
regret
either.
it, but
Heck no.
No
was
regrets.
looking forward to this one. This was fun.
It was fun.
Well,
If you guys could do a huge favor for me, go out, give us a 5-star review on iTunes. Give us a like. Give us a share. Give our partners a share, Williams Archery and VIP.
Williams.
Williams.
I can vouch for that. I'm not with the VIP clan yet, but I'm up for debate.
he can be swayed.
Sway my opinion. But Williams Archery, I'll tell you what, that's the first place I went to, and that'll be the only place I go to.
Yeah.
As long as I'm around this area and I can go there, that's where I'll go.
They're
Awesome.
good dudes, man.
Help
They're
me
real
with
good
everything.
dudes.
Ron and Linda over there, Williams. They're
Yep.
good. They're good people. But check them out on Facebook and Instagram. Check out VAP on Facebook and Instagram. Check out us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. Go Wild. All those fun places.
Yeah.
Check out these crazy kids on all those fun places too. Especially YouTube coming up because there's going to be a fun video
Ooh,
on
it's gonna be
there.
a good one.
At
Northern Outcasts Outdoors.
Row.
Yeah, give us some love. We're chilling. We're kind of sad right now. Not many people are liking us.
Hold on. What kind of time are we at right now? We'll turn it down.
Yeah.
So,
Sir.
can I just say for real quick that you guys are going down? You guys are going down.
Oh, this competition.
yeah.
We already picked
wow.
up Danielle.
Oh,
we got
we
like
haven't-
150
we didn't even-
inches
they
on the
need
board.
they need this.
We didn't even
They need
touch.
that.
We didn't even
Let's
talk
mention
about that. We
Let's
got to
just
throw that
mention
out
that
there.
Ryan here decided to not pick Danielle, but pick Lane instead. Okay, and guess who's the only one with the buck on the board?
Do
I
not
agree.
do not even compare me to him. That's
I
not.
agree.
I mean, I appreciate it, but
I know.
I want nothing.
I
no,
know.
I'm going to like suck some of
You
your
know.
luck out.
I know.
But the Northern Outcasts Outdoors boys, I'll be honest, this whole idea really was Boer's.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yours, the man.
yeah. Great
Super
idea for a
excited.
great cause.
It's as soon as he called me, he didn't have to ask me. He just kind of told me his idea, and I said, "Yep, we're in."
Yeah.
I didn't have
It
to
is a
ask
good idea.
Austin. I knew I could get who I needed to get
Oh,
get
you know
involved.
I'm in.
Yeah, it was going to happen automatically.
you should start adding females because I mean,
Listen,
me and Dana
females are
would,
welcome.
I mean,
We could.
I don't- I wasn't
we'll
even
take
asked.
Danielle.
Well, how
you
would
can have
that
Dana.
work?
I wasn't even asked.
We'll take Danielle, and you can have Dana.
Okay. Yeah, let me just submit my girlfriend to the other team. Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. Just have her.
Well, you
That's
guys
fine.
can't have both of them.
You can't have both. You can't have everyone.
Listen, we'll gladly take Dana.
But you can't have Danielle because she's disqualified because she already killed a deer. It's too late. She's past the.
So we got Dana and Danielle's
So-
out.
This was after the
Dana's,
fact,
Dana's
by the
got it
way.
in the bag. She no.
So, anyways, I don't know if we actually explained this.
We
If
didn't.
someone was just listening to this, they have no idea what we're talking about.
we did on the previous episode.
Well, if they're just listening to this for the first time, they say, "Hey, I know Danielle. I'm going to listen to this episode." They don't know that we are doing the Buck Cancer Challenge. So
Because fuck cancer.
exactly,
Amen.
except Buck Cancer, because you can put that on a T-shirt.
Right.
You know,
Makes
I've seen both, but so we're doing a challenge. We're donating money to the American Cancer Society, and we are also selling T-shirts. You can order T-shirts through any of us fun kids, through Austin, Tanner, myself, Boer, Jeff. Lane. Yep, Lane.
Danielle even will take orders.
Yep. Anybody, we'll all take orders. Just get a hold of
I
us.
was going to say,
Northern
why did you put my
Outcasts,
name on there? You
Whitetail
want me to go sell
Distraction.
it, but you're not even showing me any love.
Yeah, you
On
got to tag
any of those
everybody.
posts.
So you
Sorry.
guys can get a hold of us. We are doing 100% of the proceeds from the T-shirts we are donating to not only the American Cancer Society, but an organization that we believe in strongly, which is Camo Cares. I reached out to my old manager, Wendy, with Camo Cares. Camo Cares has shared our stuff on their page. We've gotten some orders from those guys as well from their organization. Phenomenal organization, very directly related with kids with cancer and a lot of other illnesses. And, they take these people on hunts of a lifetime, and it's freaking phenomenal. So I think what we're doing here is the start of something huge. I know next year we can get all kinds of other groups involved.
Yeah.
We're going to try to blow this thing out of the water. We're going to get sponsors and giveaways and, everything.
I talked to Dave from Rutten River
I talked to them
today,
as well.
and I was telling him how in the future we'd like
Perfect
to
group
get
to
more
get
people involved and maybe kind of grow this thing a little bit bigger than what it is.
I know some other
now.
groups that would be very interested in doing
So I
this.
think that would be cool, and not only just PA. I mean, I think we could expand eventually, to other states.
Absolutely.
and kind of just make it one pot kind of deal.
Yeah, because it's really not about winning.
No, it's more of what beyond the bigger picture, I guess.
In the end, everyone's winning because we're all donating money to a great cause, something that everybody's affected by and believes strongly in. And it's everyone can say fuck cancer.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And the Whitetail Distraction is going to win. Just saying.
Yeah, in the Whitetail Distraction podcast,
This goes
boys,
off. So right now it's 4-on-4.
Listen, I'm passing deer right now that would just, make you look stupid.
I think I need to
Passing
pick a
them.
side.
You don't have to. You
Wow.
can stay neutral, Switzerland.
No, I don't like a little. I
Pick a
like
side.
little-
What's your side right
a
now?
little
Look at that right
confrontation,
there.
a little
It's about 10 inches right there.
competition.
What's your
Yeah.
side? Pick your side right now.
I mean, I don't know if I could pick it.
Who's your-
So-
wait, no,
Are we
who's your-
taking side bets?
Pick
What
your
about
side.
what about who you predict to win this? No, you don't have to pick sides. Just what's your prediction?
I mean, I know who you kind of have to pick.
She doesn't have to pick him.
I don't
He's-
have to.
Oh,
I don't
She's
have to.
free.
I don't have to.
She's Switzerland.
Yeah, I'm free. I could.
I can see no rig.
I can pick whoever I want.
This isn't in the video.
Don't get any ideas.
I can pick
Back
whoever.
off.
I don't know. I mean, I'm just now starting to get to know everybody, so I really don't know.
Yeah, that's a
I
good
mean,
point.
I'll
Um,
give you $5.
I'll take a hat. How about that? No $5.
Yeah.
I'll just take a hat.
I'll have to
shit.
order
And
some.
then you guys got my
have to
vote.
order some.
Talk to this guy right
It's
here.
that
I'll do
easy.
I can do that. I can do that.
Even though she took all my Northern Outcast stuff.
Oh.
That I did do
That don't
he
count.
told me I wasn't allowed to have any. I wasn't allowed to get any because I wasn't on the team.
No.
Ooh.
He did say
One
that.
one
So he
quarter
did.
zip shirt.
Charles, give her your hat right now.
It was 1 quarter zip shirt. That's it.
No, it's fine. I'm just kidding.
My dog ate. Part of this was actually Shane's hat. See, the dog ate. Yeah.
Anyway,
That.
we are
But
going to
anyways.
get you a hat because you're a Slayer now, and you're part of Team Whitetail Distraction podcast.
I mean, I don't know.
'Cause we kill
I
deer.
don't know. I
We don't
know.
just talk about how many deer we saw out in the field. We actually, we go out and
Yeah.
I'll be honest. If I were to pick, it'd be a tight. I don't think we're gonna fill 8 tags. I'll be honest right now. With the
This is
my
just
team,
archery season too.
No, it's not.
Right?
No,
That's
not.
everything.
It's
the
right.
Oh, okay.
entire season,
Everything.
all the way through the late season, muzzleloader and archery season.
Oh, there's
So
going to be
rifle,
deer that hit the
everything.
ground.
See, it's hard for me to decide because I've seen all of them hunt. Like
Yeah,
I know what
sure.
they can do. Thankfully,
That's fine.
I'm
$5
just
from
now
last
meeting
year.
you guys.
Well, how
I saw
about
that.
this?
That's really nice.
Yeah.
He doesn't even know how long he's going to be able to go for.
That's
He's
true.
got limited days, so that's one
I already
potential.
You have
started
limited
passing
days?
deer, though.
That was my point
I already passed
exactly.
a nice buck this year, though.
My
Why'd
point.
you do that?
My point was, I know my team is not going to be hitting the woods as much as your team, so you have the advantage because
I mean, his team lives in the woods.
They will
I don't
literally-
know how.
yeah, they will
You're
they
good.
will
You're
own.
good.
I don't know
Own
how
us in
they.
hours.
I don't know how they do it. Like
They don't work.
everybody
They don't
works.
have a real
I mean,
job.
I mean,
I don't.
I
work.
don't know. I mean, I have a 5-year-old that I have to.
I don't
like,
work that
take
much.
care of at home, and like
You don't have to worry about it. You already got that
Well,
tag
yes,
filled.
I know that, but I would love to just have like this to like be like a super hobby like they do. Like,
Yeah.
like
I wish I really do, and I feel like when I get home from work, I'm like always stressed. I'm like,
Involve your son.
I have like 3 hours until it gets dark now. Like I
Okay.
work in Butler, so I
Mhm.
drive 45 minutes depending on traffic every day to and from work. So I have to be up at 6:30 now. is when
28.
Yeah,
6:28.
6:38.
well, I'll tell
6:38.
you, there are some nice game lands not too far from there. I can maybe give you the coordinates of those game lands, and next year you can maybe spend a little more time in the woods once you get that tag.
That is correct.
Yeah.
Because
I need to be a little bit more confident with being by myself though too.
Yeah,
So
You'll
Sure.
get there.
and
Sure.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna try, and it's I mean,
Well-
like I said, it's hard now because
one thing is, the more you're by yourself learning,
yeah,
you're gonna make a lot more mistakes, but you're gonna learn more.
Yeah.
You're gonna
You're right.
experience more. The more you put in, the more you get out of it. So
Yeah.
yeah.
and I can literally go behind my house and just go to the woods.
Yeah,
You know,
that's
It's
pretty
right
cool.
there. We have tons of doe back there.
Yeah, not a
And
lot
like
of people
you said,
can
we
say
have
that.
tons of, well, not tons, but we have quite a few buck that we've gotten on the trail cam. So there's plenty of opportunity back there. It's just going out there.
You know,
and-
another good way you can learn, listening to podcasts.
Mhm.
That is correct as well.
Mm-hmm.
Every
Mhm.
shift I work, I usually listen to one.
every time I text him, he's at work. What are you doing? I'm listening to the podcast.
Let's go.
I'll tell you. I met him the other night in the middle of the street.
Yeah.
And he showed us the video. He showed me the video of you shooting your buck. And literally,
Oh, so you
we
showed
met
them
like.
before we even did this.
Huh?
He showed
It's
me.
awesome.
Yeah, we
It's
met.
awesome.
You know.
All right. I'm wrapping this
Sorry.
up.
Yep. Team WDP
Team WDP.
in the house.
Yeah, you guys are going down. I'm sorry. It's okay. We might lose. We might win. Who
I'm
knows?
on Northern Outcasts Outdoors side.
Whatever. Whatever.
This won't air.
This won't hurt. Yeah, no. All right, guys. Well, until next week.
The distraction is real.
Go follow me. And the Northern Outcasts Outdoors.
Thank you guys for having me.
Absolutely.
You say whatever you want. It's your moment. Thanks for coming on.
Thank you.
I
Yeah,
appreciate
thank
it.
Thank you for having me.
That's a
I'm
killer
really
Did you have
story.
fun?
I did.
I like it.
Very nervous because I've never.
It's all good.
Oh, you're gonna have to edit that out too. I'm awful.
Okay.
It's all good.
Austin, take us home, baby.
The distraction's real.